Hello and welcome to another video from Midas Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today we're looking at something that's, well, it's not particularly old, but it is based on the classics 1980s Masters of the Universe television series. And these are the adult collector series of action figures. And they're, as I say, they're all based on that original 1983 television series, which was He-Man and the Master of the Universe, and that series run for 2 seasons. There was 130 episodes produced, each episode spanning about 20 minutes, and the figures that in this particular series are all based on that classic television series. And the figure we're looking at today is of Standor. And this is the box that it comes in. It comes in a white mailer box. And these figures were launched at the 2010 Santiago Comic Com. And this is how they actually come. So it says Master of the Universe, Standor, Adult Collector, Y3169, and you've got the Mattel logo at the bottom. And if I turn the box around to the back, there's nothing else to see on it. It says conforms to safety requirements of ASTM F963. 2013, Mattel All Rights Reserved. Mattel He-Man Master of the Universe and Santiago trademarks of trade dress owned by Mattel, and designated US trademarks of Mattel, except as noted. Made in China and blah blah blah. So all copyright information there. So contents 1 figure, consumer information. What does that say on the consumer information? It's very small writing. Need assistance? Visit servicemattel.com or call the phone number and servicemattel.com, and you've got the barcode, the item number and the Mattel logo at the bottom there. Okay, that's the basic box. Let's open it up and let's take the figure out, because I can't wait to have a look at this figure. Okay, so I've removed the figure from the box, and this is how they come. So they come in this amazing packet, which says Master of the Universe Classics, Standor, Cosmic Creator of Power figure, and it says Adult Collector at the bottom right hand corner there, and there's a figure behind the bubble. But we'll have a look at the figure in more detail in a moment, but I just want to turn the pack round to the back, because it gives you quite a bit of information here. So it says Masters of the Universe Classics, and these are the other figures in the series. So you've got Horde Prime, Supreme Ruler of the Horde Empire, Skeletor, Evil Lord of Destruction, Standor, Cosmic Creator of Power, which is what this one is, Orko, Heroic Court Magician, Zodak, Cosmic Enforcer, and He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. And it says Standor, Cosmic Creator of Power, real name Standor. Before time began, the great gods of the multi-universe convened in the Hall of Power to create all that was and all that will ever be. Head architect of this great task was Standor, a cosmic being of unlimited imagination. Standor helped lead his fellow deities by fueling their energies with raw creative force. After creation was complete, it was Standor's magic that cast the aura of the gods across the universe as a wave of power, giving rise to all forms of life and intelligence. With his infinite energy, Standor reaches out into the cosmos and across the dimensional gateways to power all who would become masters of the universe for good or evil. And you've got the MOTUcollector.com logo there, and it says collect them all. And it's each sold separately, subject to availability. Some figures may no longer be available. Colours and decorations may vary. Okay, so that's the card. I mean, these were extremely limited runs in actual fact. They were only produced for a very, very short amount of time. There was only limited quantities produced, so they are very, very rare and hard to find, these figures. Okay, let's turn the figure back around to the front and let's have a good look at Standor himself. Now I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to add a little bit of extra light here. I don't know if that's going to benefit us at all. It's maybe I should just keep the figure like that. Let's zoom in on Standor there. I'm going to tilt him slightly so we can have a better look at his features. So he does look incredibly like Standor as he appeared in the classic television series. The facial features are just about right. The headgear is all about right, with the spikes at the back of his headgear, as you can see, the pointy bits at the back of his headgear. So and his glasses, of course, and his moustache. So he does look very, very much like the character from the classic television series. And obviously he's in his armor, his shoulder pads, and his stomach covering, and his loincloth at the bottom of his legs there. And of course, if you can just about see his feet at the bottom there, in his black boots. And as with all of these Masters of the Universe figures, you can see how very well defined they are. The huge muscles and biceps bulging, as they did in this TV series. And yeah, I mean, they just look absolutely incredible. Size wise, well, I think they're supposed to be 7 inches, but let's measure them. So we're looking at 16 centimeters, maybe a little bit taller than that actually. So we're looking at about 17 centimeters, which is just a tad under 7 inches. So the size is about right. And if we measure across the width of the figure, we're about 8 centimeters across, and depth wise, we're looking at about 4 centimeters deep. Articulation, well, these figures had amazing articulation. So you can see the head will move from side to side and up and down. The tops of the shoulders will move up and down. The top bicep moves, and the elbow joint moves. So the hands won't move, but having said that, the hands do move. You've got the articulation on the hands, so you've got 4 points of articulation on each arm. So you've got the waist there as well, and the waist moves from side to side and up and down. Tops of the legs move up and down. Knee joints, again, will move up and down, and I believe the feet at the bottom also move from side to side. So I just want to show you that a little bit more, so I realised I had the camera still zoomed in. So you can just about see the articulation on the feet at the bottom there. You can see it on the knee joints as well. The tops of the legs, the waist, the top of the stomach area, the arms, 1, 2, 3, and the hands, 4 points of articulation, and the head. So you've got 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 points of articulation on these figures, which is absolutely outstanding. But then these figures were absolutely incredible. And as I say, they were for the adult collector rather than the kids to play with. So they were designed really with the adult collector in mind, and the adult collector obviously wants detailing and articulation, so that they can pose them and display them. They don't want to play with them, obviously. They just want to be displayed and posed in various different positions. Okay, so how well did these do back in 2013 when these were released? Well, like all of these figures, these classic figures, they've done exceptionally well. They were very, very limited run. As I say, I don't know the exact quantities that was produced, but they were only produced for a very short amount of time. There was a few different series produced of these, but this particular series was produced in 2013, and it was only for that 1 year they were produced. I don't know if it was a full year or half a year or what, but they were only produced during 2013, and obviously, like all figures, they keep the quantities low and the release dates very short, so that the figures continue to stay of a value and collectability. And this particular figure is no exception. One of my favourite Standor is from the Masters of the Universe. I think he was just an absolutely awesome figure. An awesome character as well. So let's move forward to, well, 10, 11, nearly 12 years from the release date of these figures. Do they appear very often on the platforms? And the answer to that is no. You very rarely see this particular range of figures on any of the platforms. And that's quite simply because the very limited editions and the short amount of time when they were released. So it really was collectors that bought these, and anyone as a collector that bought them, they're in their collection, they won't part with them. So no, they don't appear very often on the platforms. You do occasionally see the figures on the platform. Occasionally they do come up. They're usually opened, and they're not always containing all of their accessories, or bits are missing. But you can find them if you just want a cheap one to display in a display you've got. Then look on the platforms, because you will find eventually find something that will work for you. Although do be careful on the platforms, because it's not always what you think you're ordering is what you're going to get, because a lot of them use stock photographs and stock descriptions. So just be very careful if you are ordering on there, and make sure you have a good read of the actual used product you're buying, rather than expect it to be new, which is what the homepage is going to tell you. A lot of rigmarole, I know, but all that can be avoided. You can come straight to us at Midas Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles, where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Masters of the Universe action figures, and many other toys, games and collectibles. Come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I'm absolutely positive that this is something that you're not going to want to miss, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new items which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you're looking for, something old you've never been able to find, something quirky that you might want to buy for a friend, or perhaps just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed reviewing this fantastic Master of the Universe Classic Standor action figure. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. So bye for now.